Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to Under the Arch Sports. I'm Eric Hobbs, playing hurt, and we're going to talk about Mizzou and their 38-21 win at Kentucky. Before we get into that, I need you guys to go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel and find us on Facebook, Instagram, and on X. All right, guys, full disclosure here. I just wanted to really take a deep dive into investigative journalism, find out about Brady Cook's experience. So I decided to have shoulder surgery to repair a torn labrum in the right shoulder. Just for you guys. No, that's a lie. I tore my labrum at some point in the last year. I honestly don't know when. Had the surgery Thursday, and here we are. If you watch the videos regularly, this is going to be part of the deal for a while. Anyway, so Missouri wins by 17, 38-21. And, well, it sure didn't look like that was going to be the outcome as the first quarter unfolded. Missouri came out flat, uninspired, and for that first quarter got dominated. That's all there is to it. The team was lifeless before the fake punt. That was a great call, almost a necessary call. And it seems like an aggressive gambling kind of call, but let's look at it. With it working out, it changed the game, yes. Had it failed, we say, oh, yeah, Kentucky has great field position, go 21-0, this, that, and the other. Well, Missouri was lifeless, and I think anybody watching would have told you that. So it's not like it hurt Missouri's chances to win had it failed. So if you're looking at a situation where Missouri has virtually no chance, it's almost a win-win, right? So great call there. I think it's just as important that the play itself got the touchdown. The offense had moved the ball, but it was hardly clicking on all cylinders. So there was no guarantee that had the play worked for just a first down, that Missouri would have gotten the touchdown later in that drive. Marquise Johnson getting in the end zone on that fake punt. It just added to the excitement of the play, the momentum shift on that one play. And hey, it guaranteed the 7 points, which was not a guarantee the way the offense was moving the ball. So huge that it worked out that way. Now, this comeback is kind of crazy just because Brady Cook, less than 200 yards passing. Luther Burden, 3 touches, 21 yards for the game. Pretty sure he had absolutely nothing in the second half. If you give those two figures to any Mizzou fan at 6:29 right before kickoff, they're telling you Mizzou's losing by 20 or more. So, yeah, stunning in a way that Missouri could win, and win convincingly with those two statistics being true. Now, the other part of this is Kentucky showed no resilience. Whereas Missouri, one play, the game turned. I texted David, hey, if they get a stop after this touchdown, this game's turning. That's exactly what happened. And Missouri took all the momentum, and Kentucky was just left wondering what happened. And they imploded between 3 turnovers, 14 penalties, and just showing a general lack of mental toughness. They got hit in the mouth with the fake punt play, and they never really recovered. It was Missouri's resilience and finding ways to make things work, combined with all these things I just mentioned with Kentucky, that led to the 38-7 stretch for Missouri and sealed the game. It's just one of those deals where good teams can find a way to win without their A game, without their star players having A performances. Missouri did that. Good teams can respond when the other team hits them in the mouth. Missouri did that. 14 minutes, 15 minutes into this game is looking like a massacre for Kentucky. Missouri responded, even with less than their A game, and found a way to get it done. The lessons here, the Tigers can't come out flat. They just can't do that again. They got away with it against Kentucky. But I think part of that is they were overrated. If you watched the preview video, I said that I didn't think Kentucky was a top 25 team, and I didn't think they were close to a top 25 team. We saw that play out on Saturday, and they didn't look like a good football team, much less top 25, in just the way they performed once they got hit in the mouth. Yeah, totally dependent on the running game. And boy, that's the one Missouri got away with, I think, coming out flat as they did. Something else Missouri has to be aware of is, Kentucky had the bracketed coverage on Luther Burden, one guy high, one guy low, essentially a double team, to make sure that there was no possible way for Burden to run free. Yeah, Missouri did a good job taking what the defense gave them, which was Theo Weiss, Mookie Cooper, Brett Norfleet, in particular, underneath. That's a part of why Missouri kind of looked a little more dinking and dunking. Kentucky sold out against the deep ball, in particular from Burden. I don't know if Georgia, Tennessee, if they have a coverage like that, Missouri, I don't know if they can live by dinking and dunking and short intermediate stuff. I think they're going to have to take shots. Even against the coverage, they're going to have to find ways to beat it. Whether it's just guys making plays with double moves, or if it's two routes aimed at one guy, something. Something that really continued throughout the game, even as Missouri was taking control, and especially in the beginning, was the missed tackles. At this point, 7 games deep, you just assume Missouri is not good at tackling. They are going to miss tackles. I don't know what's happened to Tyron Hopper, but he's missing so many more tackles than he did a year ago. It's something I think Missouri just has to accept as part of the deal. So whether that's scheme, whether that is, how often you blitz and who you blitz and so forth, I think that has to be accounted for. Is just missed tackles are going to be a part of the deal. Just looking at Missouri here as a program, that's the first win for the Tigers in Lexington in 10 years. 2013 was the last time, the only time they've won in Lexington. And that was 2013. That was the year that Dorial Green Beckham had his 4 touchdowns, Missouri on their way to win in the East and almost making it to the Natty that season. That was the last time, the only time Missouri's won at Kentucky. So nice for the program to kind of get that monkey off its back. Sitting at 6-1, now number 20 in both the AP and the coaches poll. What are the expectations for the rest of this season? I think if Missouri ends up 8-4, it's a little bit of a disappointment, just because even though the schedule is hard, that would be a 2-3 finish. And it wouldn't take many upsets for Missouri to be 2-3. I think you got a lot of toss-up games there. I think fans would feel disappointed with less than 9-3 at this point, which, think about where we were in August, where people are saying, all right, get 7-5, it's a step forward, all that. Fans are not going to feel that great about 8-4 where we are now. That's remarkable progress. It's a remarkable turnaround. And it's a tribute to Drinkwitz. It's a tribute to Kirby Moore, Brady Cook in particular, with his development, and really the entire program just taking that next step and becoming a contender to be that team behind Georgia in the SEC East. So we'll see what happens with them. South Carolina coming into town for homecoming next. Chance at 7-1 going into the bye week. We'll see. But hey, keep tuned here Under the Arch Sports. We've got you covered for everything else going on with Mizzou, including Mizzou basketball. Blues, hey, 3 out of possible 4 points to start the season. Pretty good. We'll break down what the Cardinals need to do as the offseason begins here. Till next time, thank you for watching Under the Arch Sports.